stuck here. The cops won't bother me. Wow, this is such a nice little road here. Let me see, I'm gonna stop here at Kingstead Road. I do like these type of roads, especially on this bike, because I know there's not going to be a lot of cars here, but when there are cars, there's going to be cars that are straddling the entire road coming at you. I don't think I've been here before. It looks pretty idyllic for an ABV bike. And I think that's the beauty of the Super Tenere. You know, even though it's not a dirt bike, it's wearing a dirt bike suit. This is where the creek was. Yeah, this Tenere isn't any good off-road. It's so heavy, I'm so afraid of like riding this thing and dumping it. It's heavy. You know, it's a heavy bike, man. Any delusions of what this bike is. It's a good bike for me, but I'm not interested in dropping it. Major artery going from Frederick to DC. Very interesting. It's funny, you're seeing Sugarloaf Mountain right in front of you, but it's not really a mountain at all. It's just kind of like a mound. Look at that, I love these type of roads. I'm finding all sorts of gravel. You know, the suspension is really good. I think this is just owned by locals here. ADV bikes are good. You can just have fun exploring roads you otherwise would not be riding on a regular bike. Look at that, it's not even supported. I have to get a new cable because Apple decided not to support this. Jeez. Nice big hill. I mean, this is where cycling is also kind of cool. If you have a mountain bike and you just want to get exercise. But when I'm riding in traffic, and by the way, these roads, this is asphalt right now, but it's always very, spoke too soon. It's always dangerous when it's wet, especially with all the leaves. But the question was brought up again on a Tenere forum about GS versus Tenere, and this is something that happens a lot because people are curious, you know, why is the GS so much more expensive? And one of the things that was mentioned over and over, not just by me, is that if you have money, yeah, just get a GS, because it seems like if you're really considering it, you kind of want all the creature comforts. But if you're gonna buy used, the last thing you want is a BMW. And all the bikes I've had that were German BMWs were used, because if you don't make a lot of money and you're not, you know, a privileged white guy, then you're not going to be enjoying the beautiful warranty that a BMW has. Hey, that's cool. That was nice of him. The little road here. See, I like these rough roads. They're fun. He was having fun in that Jeep. And the thing is, can you really do much more with a BMW GS than you can on a V-Strom 650 or even this Tenere? And the answer is never that it's going to help you. If anything, it's going to hurt you. There's nothing more pathetic than having a very expensive bike and not doing anything with it. It's public, so I'm going to go check it out. There's a lot of posted signs. It's like people are really that worried about people trespassing. You know, you should just buy whatever motorcycle you feel moves you. Motorcycling, it's all about like a passion sort of activity. It's not something that's safe, you know. It can be safer, but oftentimes I think people just want to join a team. You know, it's like team no BMW, team BMW. Look at that traction control light go on. full tank of gas. It's always nice like riding on these gravel roads. This one's completely manicured. Today's kind of wet. The suspension on this though is quite amazing on the gravel. Like I barely feel anything. I can still feel the ripples and everything, but it doesn't send me flying, and it makes me think that the suspension is much better for the road than it is, or for the gravel than it is for the road. These have the best suspension I've seen on a motorcycle. Small price to pay for such a good bike. Look at that. Oh, look at all the bees over there. That's a beekeeper there. Oh, honey for sale. That's cool. You always find neat stuff when you slow down. Jeez, I'm like, the traction control is going off the hook. You see this openness? This is not normal for the East Coast. And I think a lot of people from DC have never seen this. I usually like to take people here, but I think people nowadays, they're, wow, this bike is so powerful. It just slides all the time. By the way, one thing I'm missing from this bike is a gear indicator. That's a luxury, really. You don't need it, but the new ones do come with a gear indicator. I'm not using a $15,000 motorcycle as a dirt bike. Sorry, guys. You know, if I drop this thing, this is probably the most valuable thing I have in my life right now, so I don't want to just ruin it by riding and dropping it and hurting myself. Jeez, this bike is just a monster. Oh, I hit my ABS. That's so weird. The ABS is so weird, guys. I hate that. I wish I could turn it off. ABS again. I'm hitting my rear brakes on these corners because I'm a puss. Like, how's it going, bud? Thanks. You too. Well, squids, thanks for riding with me. This is a quick ride up to Whites Ferry, Maryland. And I hope you enjoyed it. If you like it, yeah, hit that sub, hit that like, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.